I think it really is reasonable to ask if the nuclear energy experts and the radiation safety experts and researchers and all of these kinds of people say that nuclear energy really is safe, then why do we have the exclusion zone from Fukushima and Chernobyl, right? Those are going to be potentially cordoned off for many, many decades. How is it you can say it's safe when you have something like that? That's a really great question, because it seems to contradict the intuitive notion that safe means that no control, you don't need to do anything, it's going to be fine. And let's walk through the science of that. It comes down to what the criteria is for an evacuation. Right now, the International Atomic Energy Agency says it should be somewhere between 1 and 2 rem. In the United States, it's between 1 and 5 rem. 5 rem is the maximum dose that a radiological worker can legally receive in a year. But the EPA will probably do it between 1 and 2 rem, just like the International Atomic Energy Agency guidance. And how big is that dose? Is that really a scary dose? Technically, it's not. It's really not a big dose. It's just being hyper-conservative. To put that into context, 1 rem, that's the minimum that the EPA would say a resident has to get that in order to recommend that they evacuate and permanently move from their home. That's about what you get for a nuclear medicine stress test or a CT scan to the head or hip or torso or something like that. It's not a massive dose. The average annual dose the United States citizen gets in a year is about 2/3 of a rem. So a little bit higher than that is where the evacuation hits. And that 1 to 2 rem, that's about an order of magnitude below where you have to get a dose about 10 times that in order to just have a slightly statistically significant increase in your cancer probability. Not that you're going to get cancer or that it's a big increase. It's just barely making statistical significance. That's the level of dose that the international community says, because you didn't ask for this, we're going to protect you by making you move. That's basically the safety criteria. We're going to be so safe with nuclear that we're going to just accept all the risks with having everybody move. And that's why we have these exclusion zones. So the dose rate that you get in these places can actually be lower than many places in the environment, just from natural radioactivity that's there. But they are definitely elevated on average over pretty much everywhere. And so they are elevated dose rates, and that's why it happens. So it's not some scary huge dose. It's a dose that is not necessarily going to have any statistical significance for any disease at all, but we're just being conservative. We're being very, very conservative in our safety protocols. That's how it happens, and that's why we do it. So I hope that makes sense. It's a really great question. I understand why people would ask that. That makes total sense. Thanks for watching. Bye.